to outer space.
Closer control, we are about to system failure.
Copy that, Soyuz. Can you switch to ballistic descent and maintain trajectory?
Oh, great! This is just the beginning of Venom. No, if this ends up with a symbiotic alien living in the Doctor, that'd be awesome. Oh, I thought it was Yaz on the job. Seriously, show us her job. Okay, seriously, that's a hazardous zone. Plans change. You don't just go there. You don't just stay there. Was there people on that ridge? I'm beginning to think. Salu. Oh, that's gruesome.
Hey! Don't touch it. Something's wrong with the birds.
Hey! Good man. All right, Ryan. Let's see how we go. Oh wow, this is really. Pretty much anywhere in Hong Kong looks really cool. Really, really well lit areas. Aha.
Good morning, Suki.
Madagascar.
One day I will get here before you.
But I'm always ready for work. Especially work like this.
Need some help over here!
Thank you, Doc. This is cool. It's like everyone's doing their own individual thing. That's cool. But man, as a TARDIS going to be crowded.
Was already inside.
What was already inside, Zach?
Look at his hand. Oh. Criminy.
Okay,
Jenny Mac.
that was pretty alarming. Don't be overly alarmed. His body just disintegrated. Poor man.
Oh. Oh, that looks disgusting. Jeez.
Not amiga.
Doctor, I found something that you want to see.
Who are you talking to? How are you calling a doctor?
You've seen these markings before?
She's alive! You're gonna come with another way!
I don't think that's alive.
No, Ryan, she's not alive. Whatever caused the death seems to still be attacking her body.
Who are you?
Doctor, her face.
Yeah, I've just seen the same thing on a naval officer in Madagascar.
I'm not quite sure what that sphere is. Kind of like that sphere of holes. But it's like it's like scales growing on the body.
Two different continents.
It's like scales growing on a body.
Which could mean?
You heard from Yaz and Graham?
Hey, hey. Whatever is giving those weird readings is on the other side of that wall.
That wall.
From the inside.
Maybe we went round the other way.
Now you get to kick the door in.
Exactly what we
Oh.
I told you he was here. You gotta get this stuff off him.
Oh gosh.
Bloody get him out! You just said that was a thing! The situation's changed! Get him out!
Yeah, it's situation's changed when someone's shooting at you.
Damn! Oh, I'll trash it. Hesitation. Must be valuable.
Yes, we're out! Yes!
Good call. Good instinct.
Thank you.
Classic trope. Killing. Oh, but she just came out of nowhere. The enemies cannot shoot anyone, but the enemies' enemies can shoot them back.
See the base. And how this is all connected to those other events.
Oh, she doesn't want her companions to sacrifice themselves.
1 hour.
Don't get cocky. That's what happened to Clara.
You must be Az.
Come on. He's through here.
So the box is the doorway to this building.
No building. We're still in the box. The inside of the box is bigger than the outside.
That's not possible.
Hey!
Don't be stupid.
I'll give you a hand. I've seen a few intravenous drips in my time. Finally, it comes in handy.
Hey. Yeah. Pain in the arm if you do too much, though. Man.
Most of that. Suki Chen. On a Madagascar beach.
Oh. Don't leave him. Stay by his side.
We're seriously going to do this?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Without knowing where we're going?
Yeah.
What's the worst place we could end up?
Long list. You don't want to know.
Planet core, engine fuel.
2 girls roaming.
What's he doing with me?
Why would he?
It's unconditional. Always is, always was.
Hey,
It's just love.
I don't think he's the one you're punishing.
The plastic metastasized as if it was living. Autons? They don't work like this.
What?
Along.
She's a brains.
Oh, she.
What happened to Jamila?
Whether you know it or not, you're poisoning yourselves as well as your planet. An alien bacteria has come to this planet, and it found a feast.
Ah. I did not know that. That's terrifying. I thought it was bad enough with bugs in our ice cream. No! Oh.
Let's get rid of it.
Yeah. Thanks, Shaz.
She's with them. That's how she knows so much.
Out here all alone in an over-equipped lab. I should have spotted it.
Oh, Graham. Oh.
Yes.
I don't trust that little chuckle at the end.
Look at you going off on your own. A long way below the Indian.
Oh. Ah. Wow.
Of plastic pollution.
We're under the sea.
Is a naturally occurring hotspot where ocean currents travel
Under the sea.
major gyres on Earth right now. Referring it to humans.
Oh, it's just like Plague Inc.
Bacteria end up in the ocean in the first place.
I always use the wind, water, and the birds. Mostly the insects.
Thought I discovered an alien planet on my own.
Oh. Dude, she's literally helping you. I mean, if you just administer yourself with that stuff, it's like overindulging on antibiotics, it's going to lose its potency.
Not with those reverse.
So easy.
Shuttle initiating autopilot takeoff.
What is actually happening?
It's not like you played Kerbal.
Virus in one.
Adam,
Come on, teleport up there.
I wasn't at the launch.
Save him last minute.
This is me, not.
Do it! Aye! Good one. Good work. Look at you two.
If I'm materialised around him in the millisecond before the ship breaks up. Nice work, Doc. What can I say?
Jeez, don't scare us like that. I'm so glad. I'll discuss it at the end. Oh boy.
They call it 3 idiots, right?
Yeah.
I like it, it's snappy.
And factual.
Alright, those are some good characters.
Planet Earth.
That'd be cool.
Billion lives.
Wouldn't mind seeing them again.
And
Right. Well, that was interesting. I think it's sort of like, well, what's the word for it? Baselining. You know, it was like went from peak, bit of a dip, bit of a peak again. Now it's baselining. Baselining. It's like we're at a decent level. I think a pretty decent level. When it came to the writing for the initial setup, I was a bit concerned. I thought to myself, okay, there's going to be a lot of characters here. How are we going to balance all of these guys? Because Orphan 55 didn't really encourage me with that regard. It didn't really balance them all that well. It was similar to what they did last season, where they were constantly throwing new characters in and they were interacting off one another. Sure, but you know, they were more sidelined in favor of the Doctor and her companions. This regard, I think they did it better. I think this is the proper formula to follow. Split up the companions and the Doctor. Each of them goes to each individual character and they interact and converge upon one another as the story goes on. That's probably a better strategy, I think. When it comes to the actual characters, I thought the scientists were pretty cool. I thought like, oh hey, they're interesting. No real major villain in this. There's because there's not really much a thing as a villain per se, except for maybe the Master and the Daleks and Cybermen. But it was like, I think it was a bit more nuanced. The fact that they were trying to make it so, you know, we're not just here to take over the planet. We're literally trying to save our planet by sacrificing your one. So there is a bit of anti-villainy, but with good intentions. The good-intentioned villain. And after that, I think this is a proper way of doing the social commentary mixed with the story. He didn't like stop the story to give this speech about like, you're poisoning your planet. She's like, yeah, it's poisoning your planet, but it's also connecting back into the fact that you're being poisoned by this virus, by this bacteria, and in a way, this is what has allowed other people to prey on you. I like the fact that they are interconnected. And initially I was like, wait, plastic? You know, that seems like a very human invention. But then I realized, oh wait, the Nestine consciousness, the Autons, they were all sort of based around plastic. So I guess plastic does sort of exist basically in other planets. And when it came to, I need to discuss also, thank you very much for not killing your gays. It's an unfortunate trope wherein individuals who are identified as being homosexual in TV series or in fiction, that they're only brought on for sheer representation and then just killed off at the end. It's similar to what they did in Resolution, where they brought on that character who said he happened to be gay, or the assistant to that American guy in the Spider episode, and they just happened to be in a relationship with another woman, but they killed one of those two off. And it's unfortunate that that has happened, but yeah, when it comes to that, in here it was subverted, where it looked like they were going to just kill him off, but it's like no, it's completing an arc for this character. He realizes he's not done much with his life, so he goes into space and tries to help everyone by being more proactive. Good message, and it was well delivered. And I like the relationship. I thought there was a very sweet relationship. Wish they got a bit more to do. He was one of them was sort of, but I think overall the characters were used well. The only one I didn't think was too good was that Grace character, that that American. She was just sort of there, and she just sort of followed them around and was like, "Oh wow, that's cool. Oh wow, that's cool." And I thought, well, at least the astronaut is like serves a relevance to the plot. At least his boyfriend is actually being proactive and has like this little arc to him. At least Suki is like the villain character, and the other guy was unfortunately killed off. But she was just sort of there. Honestly, I think, other than the astronaut and that guy and Suki and the assistant, I think you could have easily written out some of those characters. Like, you could have just had Ryan exploring, just looking around Peru and been like, oh hey, like, here's the bird, and Graham and Ryan and Yaz are in Hong Kong. They swim across this guy and they help him out. They didn't really need to add in more characters to justify their exploration. It serves as well for exposition, but not so well when you realize that character is just sticking around and not really doing anything. Also, I'd like to put in a little celebration. Because thank goodness we actually got the beer on the inside. Hooray! I'm amazed how much I missed it now that it was gone for like 2 seasons. I think, oh yeah, they don't actually haven't said it in a while. None of the characters, none of the guests, none of the side one-off characters. And you're like, oh, you don't really miss something until it's just completely taken away from you. And I hope it'll serve for me now. They got the bigger on the inside. That's good for me. And good mystery. I think it was a nice sort of development. Like, how are these things connected? Why are you bringing in birds? What's an astronaut doing in Hong Kong? Why is there somewhere in Peru and somewhere in Madagascar ocean to study? It's like, I initially thought there was a bit of the sort of kind of preaching a bit there with the plastics in the sea. You're poisoning yourself. I admit there was a little bit of that, and I imagine a lot of reviewers are going to be saying like, oh, it goes off in this tangent of a spiel about environmentalism and plastic destruction. It was like, but no, it's like, that actually informed me about something. I know about the whole planet heating up and everything, but like plastic in the ocean, know about that, but I didn't realize there's microplastics or micro molecules floating around in the water that we're ingesting. I made the comment there about how technically bugs and insects are actually getting into a lot of the food we eat, the chocolate, the ice cream, the meats and the vegetables. That I thought, oh God, that's kind of unnerving. That's kind of a disgusting sight to see. I mean, and it really is. I think they were really effective with the whole makeup effect, because every time like that image where it's like just curling out, you're like, no. It's an effective sort of portrayal of just how gruesome bacterial infection by plastic can be. It's like, it's proper show don't tell. It's not just wagging their fingers and saying if you don't dump your plastic, you're gonna die. No, it's literally showing you these people lying in bed, this thing completely encapsulating their body and just crusting over and just turning you into dust. And you're like, ugh, no, that's horrifying. That's disgusting. I don't want that to happen to me. We need to clean up the plastic. You sort of arrive there on your own terms. sort of arrive there on your own terms. I really hope they bring back Yaz being a policewoman somewhere along the lines. I love it when the home environment figures out just how alien the companions are. I like it when they sort of figure like, wow, this person's involved in something big, something major. But yeah, I just hope she comes back and she has to deal with this alien crisis, and they're like, what do we do? And she just steps in like, stand back, I'll take care of this. Also, it's nice to look forward to next week's episode where we're actually going back into ancient times. We haven't done that in a while. I mean, yeah, it's been a long while since we've actually went like proper ancient. I hope they do some costumes like they wear like, I don't sure where they're going, but it's like some sort of like toga or something, or some sort of shawls. That'd be pretty cool to sort of blend in, but from the look of it, I think they're just dressed as their normal selves. I don't think we've really been to a proper ancient environment since, I know, Pompeii, maybe after that. Most of them has been sticking around the 19th or 17th century. I want to know about what this place is. I want to know the history. But will it come to that when it comes around? As for everything else, let's see. I think it was nicely tied up in a bow, that mystery. It was all brought together in the end. The loose ends tied themselves up, and the characters went away. I'd like to see them again. I wouldn't mind seeing those characters again. That'd be a cool catch up on them in the finale or the next season, where there's like 3 idiots traveling. I'd watch that. I'd watch a YouTube vlog where it's like 3 idiots traveling. Like it's like about 3 comedians traveling around the world. Probably something like an Idiot Abroad or pretty much like Top Gear. Except you want some good banter from them. As for my overall thoughts on it, it was okay. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. I didn't hate it. I didn't think. I mean, it's not like that mindset where I was like, it's okay. I wouldn't rewatch it. I wouldn't go back to it. It's more along the lines of, I might rewatch it one more time. I'd see a few other reactions to it. Not my favorite, but I think it does its job all right, and I think it's certainly watchable, and I think it's certainly a good mystery. Yeah, I probably only watch it maybe one more time. I think it's usually the traveling to the past ones that I prefer the most. Usually the ones that are set in the contemporary environment of Earth, they can be kind of mediocre at times, with only like a few moments in between that are pretty good. Like I always say that the Zygon inversion and the Zygon invasion and diversion are like some of my favorite episodes, but in reality it's a good setup and it's okay, but the actual payoff is in the last episode, especially in the last 20 minutes, where there's a good speech coming out, and it's really well written and really passionate. Whereas here it was just a case of they go from one place to another. There's no major set piece. It's like okay, so where are they going with this? Or what's this cool action sequence? Or what's this cool speech she gives? I want to see her give a speech. I hope she gets a good speech. I hope she gets to deliver like a very powerhouse speech. The first time she did that was when in the first episode where she was like saying, like she was introducing herself. I thought, okay, that's a Doctor moment. But since then, I don't think she's gotten that many proper moments to really show off her, proper speech, other than maybe dealing with the Doctor, and I think those sort of dark Doctor moments there in the past few episodes. But if they really want to cement her, they need to give her one really grand epic speech to shout down at an invading army. She needs that. She needs like that moment, that badass moment where she's shouting down the army, down like a huge armada. And they're like, and everyone can see like, wow, this is like the Doctor is like a proper legend, like almost a god. That remains to be seen. I hear she's coming back for another season after this, and I hope she sticks around for maybe a year or two more. As for the companions, I'd say I wouldn't say I dislike them. I certainly missed them, but I think it's time, when we actually give them like a bit of a moment, maybe they can slowly start dropping out over the course of the next series. like the rest of the series and maybe part of the next series. We have like, you know, Graham just going back, or Ryan just sitting down to take care of him, or sticking around for a bit, but then, you know, realizing I have a life to live, I have a job to do, I need to take care of this. So, and because I feel as though they haven't really conveyed the proper, you know. I don't want to dismiss last week's episode. Especially because I suppose they gave the companions each like a proper, you know, addressing the Doctor, and each one had like their own little piece to contribute to this overarching mystery about the timeless child and what it means for the Doctor. And I hope we can get more of that. I was hoping they would continue on that thing where she, at the beginning of each episode, they notice that she's looking morose or she looks upset. I was hoping they would do that here as well. But hopefully they'll pick that up for the next episode. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like or comment. Please subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.